Hi, it's Miss Hancock, and today we're going to talk about terminating and repeating decimals, standard 7.NS.1d. Okay, so terminating decimals are decimals that end and whose only repeating digit is 0. So that's important that you know it ends and the repeating digit is 0. So let me give you an example of that. 75 hundredths. Now, it ends, it doesn't keep going, but you're probably wondering about what does it mean the only repeating digit is 0? Well, if we continue to divide this out, there would be zeros behind the 75 hundredths, but because they don't have a value, we don't put them there. Another example of a terminating decimal is 1 and 875 thousandths. It ends, it doesn't continue. So that's some examples of terminating decimals. Repeating decimals are decimals that never end and repeat the same number of digits over and over. An example, if I said found the decimal equivalent to 1/3, that would be 0.33333. Keeps going, repeating forever. I'm going to put a dot at the end to let you know that's repeating, but I would write that as 0.3 with a bar notation on top of it. And notice that I don't put it over the 0.3, I just put it over the 3. Another example would be 0.083333, repeating. One of the most common mistakes that people make is they delete the 0. They forget about it, but always put that. And the only number that is repeating is 3, so just put the bar notation over the 3. I don't put it over the 8 or the 0. One more example, if I had 2.818181 and it's repeating, the digits that is repeating would be 81. So that would be 81 bar notation over just the 8 and just the 1, but it's over the 2 numbers because it's 2 different numbers. It's only over the 3 because only the 3 repeats, so it's not over like a 33. Okay. All right. So now we're going to look at some examples. Write 3/4 is a decimal. Is it terminating or repeating? So just to remind you that the 3 is the numerator, the 4 is the denominator. So always refer to the fractions by the parts of a fraction is what they're actually called. Don't say the top number or the bottom number. Call it a numerator and a denominator. So I'm going to put the numerator up under the divisor sign. I'm going to put the denominator to the side. And I'm going to go and divide through like one or two of these problems just to kind of get you going on it. But this is a skill that you learn like in 4th grade. So 4 will go into 3 0 times. So I put a 0, 0 times 4 is 0, subtract it. All right, because there's not any more numbers, I'm going to put a decimal right there. And I'm going to bring the decimal up. So I'm going to take a 0, add a 0, bring it down. 4 will go into 37 times. 7 times 4 is 28. I'm going to subtract that, and that's going to give me 2. Add another 0, bring it down. And 4 will go into 25 times, and 5 times 4 is 20. I have a remainder of 0. So I could actually keep dividing out, and I would just get zeros at the end, but I just wanted to kind of show you that. And so that's 75 hundredths, and it is a terminating decimal. All right, let's go to the next one. And it is 2/3. So let's kind of look at this and walk through it. 2 is the numerator. It goes under the divisor sign. 3 is the denominator. 3 will go into 2. It won't. So I'm going to put a 0. 0 times 3 is 0. Subtract it. Add a 0. Bring it down. 3 will go into 26 times. So that'd be 18. Subtract it. 0. Bring it down. What do you notice here? 20 and 20. 3 will go into 26 times. And guess what the remainder is? 2 in. And so you're just going to keep adding zeros, and each time you're going to get a remainder of 2, which means the solution would be a continuing repeating 6. So that would be 0.6 with the bar notation on it. Now, some people will see it like this. They'll say, okay, 6 is 5 or more up the score, 4 or less let it rest. So that would make that go up. And some people go ahead and round it. That's fine. And I also want to show you what it looks like on a calculator. So on the calculator here, you'll notice on the TI 108s, which is what we use in class, it doesn't round it. It just stays the same all the way across. Some calculators will go ahead and round this to 7. So it's important that you recognize that and you understand that some calculators round it and it would still be a repeating decimal. So this particular answer is a repeating decimal, okay? All right, let's look at another one. I have 1/12, and let's go ahead and divide this one. So 12 going to 1, it won't. Now this is where people mess up. So I want you guys to pay attention to that. And I'm going to erase this and start over just real quick. Okay, so 12 will go into 1, it won't. So I'm going to subtract that. I'm going to add a 0, bring it down. 12 might go into 10. So we're going to put another 0 right there and subtract it. I'm going to put a 0, bring it down. I'm going to 108 times, which is 96. I'm going to subtract that and bring times, and that would be 36. I'm going to subtract that, bring down my 0, and 12 under 436. I'm usually going to have a remainder of 4, and I'm going to write that as 0.083 repeating. Okay. And if we look at this on the calculator, I just kind of want to show this to you. That's what it looks like on the calculator, where you see that the 3 is repeating. You don't know how many times it repeats on the calculator because it only has a limited amount. But once you see that, you know it's going to continue. Okay. All right, let's look at the last problem. And this is 1/7. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the calculator on this, and I want to look at it and we're going to talk about it just a little bit. If you notice, this goes 0.1428571. See that number right there? I don't know if it keeps going or if it ends or if there's a pattern. I don't know. And since I don't know, I'm going to have to divide it longhand. But here's the great thing about it. You can use the calculator. You can use the calculator to help you out, okay? So 7 will go into 1, it won't, okay? And bring a 0 down, we'll go to 10, it will go 1 time, and if you notice, look right there, what's right there, 1, 7, subtract it, add a 0 down, 7 will go 30, and it's number. I mean, it's helping you completely, it's telling you every single 1 and 2 times, and when you do that, you're going to notice that this is going to repeat, but you're going to have to work it out longhand to see that this is going to repeat, okay? So it will be easy if you have a calculator and you can look the numbers, and once you get right here, you'll see that it starts repeating. So this is a repeating decimal, and we would write that, this is how it would look, 0.14257 repeating on the top. That's all I got today. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.